And hello, everyone. I'm Dan Lutz, and welcome to FrontLines in the battle against the deep state, the cabal, the Illuminati, and all those that wish to enslave all of humanity for their own selfish reasons. We are here on another day, and as with all these days, it's been very crazy the amount of things going on. When you think about when we're watching what's unfolding, more and more we see that there really is a war going on. Now, a lot of us have seen it for a long time, and a lot of people just hear the word and they just think it, hey, like the war on drugs, the war on poverty, the war on this, the war on that. There's no real sense of what that really means. This is not the traditional type of war with tanks and infantry going over the hill, planes dropping bombs, where you have everyone waving the American flag and rallying to the flag. Instead, we have an insurrection. We have the people that have been conspiring from behind the scenes in the shadows to take down the country. They have gone into every element of society where there is control, and they've been in the shadows. We know that this consists of elements out of the political, the military, the media, the financial, Wall Street, corporations, educational, across the board. All designed to take America out. We covered Antifa Manual, and what do they say? They're waiting for the New World Order. Well, what plan is that? That's the cabal plan, right? That's the deep state plan to rule the world. The deep state is not the American State Department, even though Trump has called the State Department the Deep State Department, pointing the finger, right? Because a lot of the people within that element, in that industry, are part of that established deep state order, the system of control, the non-elected, the people that are from behind the scenes saying that they know best, right? Because they're envision a world in which they're ruling the world, and the nations are not necessary, right? They would get rid of the nations, and what is left behind? Is it a democracy? Well, that's what they're going to pitch it as, but democracies are not what we started with. We started with a republic, and there is a difference. And democracy is mob rule, right? And you can sway the mob if you have control over the media, right? And how do you have control over the media? You put up talking points that enforce the same repetitive ideas. So this has been the war that we're in. It's an information war. It's a war over the hearts and minds, and they wanted to basically demoralize the whole nation. And they've been working towards making people hate their country. They've been working towards having our children turn against their parents, because they don't want there to be strength in anyone. Unity of the family is not division. They want to divide and conquer. It's that simple. So what we see has been going on all this time has been a plan that's been unfolding. It's been a long-term plan. This wasn't just from Obama. You can go back to Clinton and say it's the Clintons' plan. No, you can go back to both Bushes. They're both part of the plan, right? You could go back, many presidents. You can go back to the foundation of the country and them upset at the time of the Declaration of Independence, and the takeover, and the 13th Amendment that was ratified and then somehow got replaced with one about slavery, which actually ended up enslaving everybody. Funny thing is, they pitch it one way, oh, this is the freedom for everyone, but really it actually creates slavery. So all of these things have been underway for a long time, but the goal is to make one world government. And we can see that the EU is a model for that. Now, Brexit occurred and England got out. Well, the rest of the world wants out. Don't want this system where this privileged elite that think that they're better than everyone is going to be in charge. Right? They're not elected. They don't. So people in the EU are not elected. They have like these people that they put out front. You know, to see there's people can go up and they can talk in this, but there's no real power there, right? It's just a way of getting the average person out there to ignore what is out there happening behind the scenes. That no matter what they do, it gets sidelined. Right? They don't have power. That is changing because the plan was put in place to take over this system and remove them from power, remove their tentacles, take all of their tentacles out. But they're identifying those tentacles right now. So. Let's cover a few things here. I'm gonna pull up something that I thought I have. Now we're gonna cover a lot of Q, but this is the first part. I think is very relevant. So here we go. So Dan Scavino is basically showing a storm there. I'm split screen here. Sorry about that. Mellow us out a little bit. That should do it. Okay, so Dan Scavino is basically showing this a nice lightning storm, right? And it's kind of interesting because when you actually look at there's some parts of it that really show that it's more going on there. You have this Q. That's what's going on here. Let me make sure we're viewing everything correctly. Yes, all right. So this lightning strike looks like a Q. So, you know, Qanon is saying, you know, have faith, right? I've never seen lightning do that before. Forming a Q. So, what the F is that? It's a little humor in these days because we need it, right? We got to see that there are some things that are happening with the Q movement that we want to see that are a little bit more lighthearted, right? And also bringing faith and understanding God is on our side. So let's see. So let's go over this. So 4420. The mayor of D.C., right? Mayor Bauer is evicting the National Guard from the D.C. hotels. Under what authority does the mayor have to eject the National Guard, I wonder? Very interesting. Do you see what's happening? Let's clue in here. So why would she not want the National Guard there? There's writing on it. Why did she lift the curfew to 11 p.m.? What does she want to go on there? All right. So more than 1,200 troops from 10 states are being evicted. It's unacceptable. Well, I guess they could set up tents in the street. That'll be interesting. All right, let's move on here. Oh, also, because, of course, Q is saying, do you see what's happening? And, of course, this is the same thing here. Do you see what's happening? Organizers say 1 million are coming to protest in D.C. Well, now we know this would be Antifa and others, that are meant to do what? Storm the White House, right? That's what they're looking for, that event. They plan on having something horrific happen, right? It's not going to happen, but that's their plan. If the coronavirus is really as dangerous as the media claimed just 3 weeks ago, this is basically a biological attack on the nation's capital. Well, there you go. You see what's happening, right? They don't care what it said, what they said 3 weeks ago. Who's talking about this anymore? So the reporters are still wearing masks at the White House, but besides that, it's the con job 19 is over. All right, so next one, 4423. Follow the pen applies to both POTUS and Catherine. I don't know what. So follow the pen. Have you been following? I'm not sure what this is about. Interesting. Well, we'll skip that one because I don't know what he's talking about there. So next one, 4424. General Flynn is not done. No, he's not. Wants to see more vets in law enforcement and American politics. So let's see. So what happens when the gag order is lifted? When the case is dismissed, there is no more gag order. I'm not done. Be all you can be. Army strong. So General Flynn is our commander of the digital army here in the QAnon army, and we're waiting for him to come out and be strong, be all he can be. All right. They knew they could not destroy America through invasion. Infiltration at the highest level of governments, media, science, health, military, COC, chain of command, final level. And in the chain of command and military, I remember I pointed out yesterday that under Obama, I think he removed like 3,000 officers in the military and replaced them. Interesting, right? Next, 4425, General Mattis, Kelly, and Masters to hold town hall with Anderson Cooper in September. Amazing, right? So, where's their oath? Okay, full DNC blitzkrieg, known and ready. Yeah, they know what they want to do. October surprise being prepped and warmed. So I believe that's Q's October surprise being prepped and warmed. So we're here in June, so we've got July, August, September, October. 4.5 months to go right before the election. What are we going to see happening before then? Right? Remember, we had covered some of the very first Q posts. We covered all of them like 2 days ago, and we went through like the early years. Future proves past. So the past, the very first days, the 35 initial Q posts that came out in the first couple days, all talking about now. You read it, it's as though it's talking about today. But the one thing that I found curious in rereading them is it was talking about a date of 11/3 for Podesta to be put to basically go to trial or to be, I guess to be arrested. If that was to happen this November 3rd on the election day, Podesta would be arrested that day. Would that really signal the start of something? Do we have to wait until then for that part to occur? We may. We're going to see this unfold right now because now there's they've already called in everybody to go under oath. I think we'll be covering that. I'm sure Q has posted something about it, but I saw some other alternative media out there talking about it, where there was the Senate is calling forth, 30 some people plus all of the top people in to explain themselves about Russian collusion. That's Comey, Clapper, Brennan, you know, Susan Rice, all of them, 30 plus, all the top characters, Page, Truck, you know, all of them coming in to go under oath. And if they lie under oath and they have all the evidence has already been brought forward, how can they lie now? So this has come out right now. Do you think that they're ready now to go ahead and storm the White House with Antifa? Any coincidence there? No. So Blitzkrieg of MSDNC with some generals coming out. Let's see how they look in September, what's going on, what's that going to look like. Okay, important to understand that we are the majority, growing fast, united, and getting stronger. Important to understand. MSDNC, social media projection that we are the minority is false. We are the majority and growing every second of the day. MSDNC, social media projection that we are divided is false. We are not divided. We are very strong together. We are united and only getting stronger. People are awake and see what's happening. Patriots have no skin color. Humanity is good. Bravo. Oh, that was it. Well, let's talk a little bit about this. I'm gonna open this up a little bit. Do some turnaround here. There we go. They couldn't take us out by invasion. The military was strong. Nuclear deterrent, superior weaponry, superior tactics. So in an open society, and I'm not talking about George Soros, I'm talking about a free society where people are able to run their lives freely or vote, go into office, and anyone can run for office. You have the possibility of invasion by infiltration, to create an insurrection, to have the people come from behind the scenes, rise through the level that have an agenda. This evidence is in front of us. We can look at Barack Obama, Barry Otero, look at where he came from, questions about birth certificate, question about Muslim Brotherhood, even the Christian church that he attended, very radicalized. All right, the people that he had coming into the White House, the evidence was there. We could see it. The people that had eyes to see saw it. We were upset. But what can we do? Right? Protest. Get out signs. Well, that happened. We had the Tea Party. What happened? The IRS was weaponized against the Tea Party. You had people, patriots, stepping up, and what happened was the Justice Department was weaponized against them. General Flynn, Roger Stone. Maybe Oliver as well. So we can see that there's a lot going on from behind the scenes. It's been brewing all this time, but Trump upset their plan. Now I don't know if the Qanon-19 virus from China was meant to come out at this time, or if it was meant to come out during Hillary's final years, or maybe this was just their plan. They just kept rolling with it. I don't know, but the mail from home, keeping people at home, giving up guns, reasons for taking the children. We covered that yesterday. Look like they're coming for the children. All of it, all happening at once. It's all happening right now. This is a war. We have to look at who is out there and what side they're on. We have to vote them out. Blanketly, not vote for one Democrat. Because they've all been compromised. Doesn't matter if they're individually good people in any location, any position. The one thing we know is that that party is 100% occupied, right? Been taken over. Even the ideology has been taken over. On the Republican side, yeah, there's rhinos. There's people that are there. They're only in it for themselves or in it for the big plan of the cabal. And I don't know if it's 50%, but it's what we've got. We've got to vote Republican. Listen, I haven't been a Republican since I was very young. I left the Republican Party to join the Reform Party of Ross Perot. And I never rejoined the Republican Party because they were no better, in my opinion. They didn't go by what they said, their campaign promises. I'm for small government. I'm for independent individuals getting out there and making their own way in life. So what do we have to do is band together right now under the Republican Party. Vote Republican across the board. It's only 4 months away. And we have to remove all of the bad people. And really, though we're banding together under Republican, don't consider it as being Republican. Consider it being an American. For all I care, the party system can disappear, but the party system structured itself so it's the only option, one of the two sides. We can see what's been going on in Iowa with the Democratic Party, and they stopped counting votes at 63% of the population. Huh? So, well, we'll forget about the rest of those votes. We're just going to say that Biden won. It's bogus. It's completely bogus. They don't care. They're just going to say, this is the guy we're running. Feeble as he may be. Hey, give him the nuclear football. No. They want to substitute someone in the meantime. And it might have been Michelle Obama, but by the way, she is not allowed to run because she was not a resident of the United States for 14 years prior to running. She won't be able to run until the year 2021. Missed it. So, try and bend the rules, maybe, right? Oh, well, it's only a month. She can still run. No. So who are they going to put in their place? I don't know. But it doesn't really matter, right? Because their intention is really the dismantling of America. This is an insurrection. The people that are lining up, that are part of the military, that are they're against Trump, we know who they are. We're going to see more of them come out of the woodwork because they need to create this wave of anti-Trumpism, right? That the mainstream media will trumpet. But it's not going to happen in a way that we all expect. We're going to see a lot of things coming out, the October surprises, right? And what's the Trump card that Trump will play in October? Fascinating what's going on right now, but we can see that the battle is getting hot, and it's at this time when today we see that they've called forth 30 plus individuals to testify in the Senate about their role in the Russiagate, in the Obamagate, in the Spygate. If they lie, they're screwed. If they tell the truth, they're screwed. Hillary was also meant to go into court, and it was delayed, I think, again till June 8th or something like that. That they made their arguments about her writ of mandamus that she filed, but she doesn't have to testify, right? All the reasons why she doesn't have to, but she doesn't want to go under oath and explain why she had an email server that was not following the protocols for security. Doesn't want to have to do it. So they're all being dragged to court. But at the same time, they won't let Flynn out of court, right? With this judge that basically is going against even a Supreme Court ruling that ruled the week before that he can't do what he's doing right now. Ludicrous, right? Except they can't let him start speaking. us. It's fantastic to see we're on the right side. I guess this will be a short one for today. I appreciate everything that everyone's been doing. Lazaro, I want to. He was making some suggestions because there's some trolls in the group. You know, that we help police the group and make sure that there's no trolls popping up. Don't need those stupid people coming in. It's all about diminishing our message, right? And we can't have people that are bringing negative comments to these things, right? Because there's no real good that they're trying to do. They're trying to cause more chaos. No better than Antifa. They probably are Antifa members. So I guess that's good for today. I just want to. Oh, you know what? There is something I want to cover. Let's go back over and let's look at Parler. Right. So actually, my Parler doubled here. That's kind of interesting. Let's go here. Parler. Not quite doubled, but up to 66 followers. You go reset here. And again, this Parler is a social media, Twitter-like social media platform. Dan Bongino is how I got acquainted with this. He has 200,000 followers. There's a mass movement over to Parler. I'm posting the videos over here, and I'm starting to make posts and reply to the other people. I'm adding people as I go here, following as many as possible, so that I can start building up Parler itself. It helps to reciprocate, you know, by following other people. Now, following means is that if I post something, they will get if they're following me, they will see. If I am following them, then I will also see when they post. So we got Breitbart posting, you know, Paul Joseph Watson of his commentary. He's a great. He adds a bit of humor to his comments as well. Oh, there's a couple. Follow. Any news on UNC? Well, you know, I don't have any news right now. I think it's more about they're working on it. So it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. But there's no real news at this time about it. So let's see. So Joe Landy, follow me on this video. New followers coming in. So I appreciate this. So anyway, you should do the same. Come over to Parler, join us over here. Start following people. Start to get things built up so that we know we have a platform to go to. Again, you know, Dan Bongino got 200,000. There's no reason that I can't have 200,000 over here. I don't think I can get 200,000 on Twitter because they're going to shadow ban. You know, anything that I'm going to do or Tank's going to do or any of the people in our group, we're all being kept in a digital ghetto. They put up these walls around us. We can be shouting, but they don't allow it to go past this certain point, right? Because they don't want us to get a following. They don't want our voices heard. How rude is that? Very rude. So as I said, you know, this is one place we can go to. BitChute, was posting over there at BitChute, but I found that it's taking a long time to post. You know, hours and hours, and so I'm getting lost, right? Because I forget to go back and check. Sometimes it doesn't finish. So that's one thing. It's like following up on that, it becomes difficult. So, you know, hopefully, and then when we were going to do our own news platform, I decided, hey, why not post on our new news platform and go from there? because it really, we'll put commercials over here on YouTube and tell our people, hey, this is what's going on over there. I think that's the best thing we can do. But at least here, Parler seems to be working out pretty well. Please join me over here. My contact information is down below for Telegram. That's how I communicate with people. You can send me an email, that's down there below, but don't be surprised if it doesn't take a couple weeks to get a response. Today we have an auction, about 14 hours. There will be more items coming up, but the two main items that are coming up in 14 hours for the gold grain coin. 50 gold grain package as well as a 30 gold grain package. There'll be other ones coming up for that auction as well. If you would like to participate, you can contact me. I have also my contact information for the link down below for joining me in this grain auction. There is an affiliate program. If you bring people in and they buy their bids in order to place a bid, you will also get the equal amount of bids. So if I go to buy bids, say buy 100 bids, I can now bid 100 times across here. Right now, so like looks like at the bottom of here, Frank Zilma is now put across the board. He has things ready to go. And that for each bid will make it go up by 1 penny. Right now it's at $100.06. This is at 76.15. This one is at 130 cents. $100.30. All right, and the blog over here on kringlegold.com. This is the blog that's talking about this auction that's going to be happening in, as I said, 14 hours from now. Also, has a video about what was going on, how the auction works, some description of what's there, and also the promotions that are happening right now for there. So please, you're welcome to join me over here. Much appreciated. We'll be on the auction together, having some fun. And I guess that's good for now. Until tomorrow, I appreciate everything you've been doing, and we will have you more information about what's happening on the front lines tomorrow. Bye-bye.